Hello all, welcome to What About YouTube channel. So today we are going to do the second part of the data service feature in UiPath. Okay, so already we did a part 1 video which explains what is a data service and what is this managed entity and how you can enable the data service feature in Orchestrator and how you can enable the managed entities in the UiPath Studio. Also, I have showed you like how to create new entities and add your data. Also, we gone through different activities which will help you to delete, update, and to do different actions on the data which you are adding to the data entity. Okay, so today we are going to learn more about a few of the features which is offering by UiPath to work on the files. Okay, so before going to that, let us recollect what is a data service. So UiPath Data Service is a persistent data storage service that brings powerful no-code data modeling and storage capabilities to your robotic process automation project. Okay, so as part of your robotic process project, if you want to keep some data, okay, some data, or if you want to keep some files as part of your project, what you can do, you can create an entity in the data service and you can save those files in the entity. Okay, either you can manually upload it or using the activities which is offering by UiPath, you can upload or you can modify or you can delete the files or the data which you are adding to the entity. Okay, so as it is providing a no code data modeling, it will be very easy to manage this set of data which you are adding in the data entity. Okay, UiPath Data Service provides a business yet user friendly service where you can securely store and manage your business data within UiPath. Okay, so within depend on or instead of depending on other third party storage tools, you can directly save it inside the UiPath itself, which will be more secure and it will help to manage your files as well as the needed data inside the data entity. Okay, so we have already gone through this document and these explanations in the first video. So I will be sharing the link of the first video in the description. Okay, so if you want to get more clarity on what is the data service and how to enable this manage entity and all, you can go through that first video and you can understand the entire concept. Okay, and to enable the data service in Orchestrator, I already told you like you need to go to admin and you need to enable the data service. So once you enable that, you will able to see one data service entity got added in the Orchestrator. You just need to click on this and you need to go to create entity and you need to create a new entity. Okay, so here as part of the first part 1 demo, we created this sample entity uh, 1. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to use the same sample entity for this demo as well. Okay, so this fields are nothing but these are the columns which we created, and if you want to add a new field, you can just click on this create field and you can add it, and that is nothing but the values which you are adding or the row which you are adding to or the value which you are adding to the column. Okay, so I hope that is clear, and these 5 fields are the default values. Okay, id, created by, created time, then updated by, and update time. Okay, so these are the default values which will get automatically created once you create the entity. Okay, so I hope that is clear. So what we are going to do now is we are going to understand few of the activities in a data service package which will help you to work on the files. Okay, you can upload the file or you can delete the file or you can download the file as well from the managed entity. That's what we are going to check now. Okay, so in this project you can see we already have a dependency package called UiPath.dataService.activities. Okay, so if you search for data service in the activity panel, okay, if you are not able to see this activity, what you have to do is go to manage package, okay, and go to all package and install the data service dot activity package. Okay, so you need to install this particular package. Okay, UiPath.dataService.activity, and you need to install it. Okay, so once you install that, you will able to see all these activities. Okay, so in the part 1 video we already explored the activities under the entity record tab, and I explained to you all these things through a demo, right? So what is create entity, record, delete entity, get entity, query entity, update entity, all these 5 activities we covered in the first video, right? So in this video we are going to understand about this file activities. Okay, so what is upload file to record field, download file from record field, and delete file from record field. Okay, so let's start from upload file to record field. Okay, so I drag and drop this activity, and here you have to choose the entity name. Okay, which entity that you're going to use. I'm going to use a sample entity, right? I'm going to use sample entity. Then what should be the ID that we need to use? What should be the ID that we need to use? So this is nothing but like okay, so here you have this ID, right? Suppose if I want to add a file to this particular row, I need to use this ID, or if you have any other indicator like a student name or subject and all, you can use that. Okay, but this is a unique ID which is generating by default, so I'm going to use this ID as the reference, and here we have to put it like this. Okay, guide dot pass, then we need to pass the value. Okay, ID. Okay, so all these fields are of string type. That's why we are not able to find any fields here. Okay, so this should be of the type of field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new field. Okay, I'm going to name it like files. Okay, let me choose the type as a file. Okay, so we have different type of fields that we can create. It can be text, number, or it can be boolean, yes or no, or date, time, or relationship also we can create. Or if it is of a choice set, that you can do, or if it is a file, that also you can create. Okay, so here we need to upload a file, right? We need to choose file. Okay, so then in more details you can add the description and all. I'm not going to add anything. Just put it like a save. Okay, so either you can upload the file manually. Okay, so if you want to store it without any automation process, you can just upload those files manually. Okay, and but if you want to upload it as part of your automation process, you can do that using these activities. Okay, you can do the actioning on the file using upload file, download file, or delete file. So suppose if you can relate it, like suppose we are working on some incident handling, and if there is some incident coming, okay, you want to keep some file as part of that incident. Okay, you are downloading some file and you want to keep that file somewhere in the orchestrator, and you want to keep that ID as well. Okay, what you can do, you can add those ID details and you can add the corresponding file over here, and it will be securely saved in the orchestrator. Okay, so using that ID you can retrieve the data, or you can download the file, or using this ID also you can download it. Okay, so that is just a sample example I told. Okay, so I will tell you how you can upload the files. Okay, so we just created this field, right? The file we created. Even if you click here, you won't able to find any details. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just click on this manage entity. Okay, here you can see a change is there. A new entity version will be imported and updated into your project. Right? So what I'm going to do is just to save it. Okay, so earlier here only 7 field is there. So once you update it, then you will able to get all the fields which you created in the that manage entity. Sorry, in the orchestrator. Okay, so now you will able to okay, so let me choose file is not coming. Okay, 1 minute, let me refresh the connection. Okay, so if you are not able to see the field again, just refresh the connection, go to manage entity again. Okay, so now you can see 8 fields, right? Just save it. So even after clicking on this manage entity and your fields are not getting added, means just refresh your orchestrator connection and just save the new entity. Okay, then the what all fields that you created in the orchestrator will get add to your studio as well. Okay, so I hope that is clear. And if you click here, then you will able to, where is that? Okay, manage entity 7. 8 is there, that is correct. Okay. Okay, so here actually you need to choose the entity type. Okay, that's why it's not showing any field. What I'm going to do is you just go to browse for type, and we need to select our entity, that is a sample entity, right? Sample entity, then search for the field. You will able to see the files. Okay, so files is the new file type entity that we created. Okay, so we are able to see that. Then what is the full path, which file that we want to upload? Okay, so okay, so which file that we want to upload? For that, what I'm going to do is let me take this file calc.sls. Okay, so just give the full path over here, calc.sls. Okay, then output record. What should be the output for this particular process? I'm going to put it like out record. Okay, so that's it. So your file uploading is done. Okay, so currently in the entity there is no file uploaded, right? So once we run it, we'll see what is going to happen. I'm going to run the file. Sorry, run the flow. Okay, so the execution got completed. Just refresh it. Okay, so we can see one file got uploaded. Okay, for this particular ID, one file got uploaded. Okay, so you can either manually download the file, or you can change the file, or you can remove it from the entity. That is also possible. Okay, so we completed one activity, that is upload file to field. Okay, so suppose if you want to download the file from the entity, what you can do, you can use this particular activity, download file from record field. Okay, so here also you need to choose the entity, sample entity. Here also you need to provide the record ID. So the same ID I'm going to provide here. Okay, and what should be the field? Field should be file. And what is the path? Okay, suppose let me go to UiPath. Okay, here we have this file, right? Okay, let me delete this file. And if I give this path, okay, UiPath as the path, and if we execute this flow, the file which is there in the entity, okay, so this file will get download to this particular folder. Okay, so I'm going to give this particular folder. Okay, so that's it. So here what will happen, it will upload the file. So even though if there is a file, it will overwrite on top of it, and it will download the file to this particular folder path. Let me execute. Okay, so the execution is completed. Here you can see a file got downloaded, CLC, right? So this is how you can upload as well as the download file to your local and upload to orchestrator. Okay, so suppose if you want to delete this file, okay, so after downloading, if you want to delete this file from the data entity, what you can do, you can use this activity, delete file from record field. Choose your entity, what should be the record ID that you need to provide. The same ID I'm going to give here as well. Okay, then what should be the field? File. Okay, suppose if you have multiple file fields in this data entity, you have to provide the needed field. Okay, otherwise it will get delete some other files. Okay, so you have to properly give which field, from which field you need to delete that particular file. Okay, so we selected file, and we already have a variable with a sample entity, right, outer code. So I'm going to give here as the outer code. Okay. Okay, so currently we have a file called calc.sls file in that entity. So if we execute this, what will happen? It will upload the file again. It will download that to the folder, to this particular folder. It will download again. Okay, so let me delete this. Then it will delete it from the entity. So let me run it. Let me go to this entity. Where is that? Okay, here. Okay, our execution got completed. Just refresh it. Okay, you can see the file got deleted. Okay, earlier here we have a file and now it got deleted. Okay, so this is how you can manage the files using the UiPath activity. Okay, you can upload the file, or you can download it, or you can delete it from the entity. Okay, so I hope you are clear about these three activities and where you can use this data service and the manage entities feature which is offering by UiPath. Okay, so if there is any confusion about this feature, please comment your opinion, and please like the video, please share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. So thanks for watching the video. Bye.